have to check out what's happening in a few minutes. So it is Fun Friday. So of course we're coming in wetsuit, hat on, 28, well, no, probably 40 degrees out, a little bit chilly. We'll drop in. So Gina, how are you?
I'm doing amazing, Sean. I'm excited to be here and feeling great. Thank you. Yes.
Let's take it in. We got some awesome people here today. And thank you
We
guys.
We have some awesome people here. I'm going to tell you, Mr. Matt Orzak, one of my first friends from the Tony Robbins world. I met at Leadership 2017. And I'm so glad you're here, Matt. He's a divorce recovery expert, uniquely qualified as a recovering divorce attorney, self-help addict, and real estate junkie. Matt is dedicated to changing individuals' lives after their divorce and other major life transitions. A little history, Matt, is that, he was at your lowest point, you were divorced, but you lost your job, you had to file bankruptcy, you recovered from all that, you were part of the Tony Platinum world, you set out on a quest to find the truth, and I know you're going to bring some truth to us today. So welcome, Matt. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yeah, Matt, thank you for being here, brother. Welcome. And where are you coming from in the world today, Matt?
I happen to be in Franklin, Tennessee today, but home is normally Las Vegas. So
nice. Amazing.
I lived in Vegas for 20 years.
Yes, Las Vegas. Oh, yes. And Matt, what's a fun fact?
Fun fact, I just became a grandpa 10 days ago.
Very nice. Boy or girl?
Little boy, an heir to the throne.
Yes. What is his name?
Micah JT.
Micah JT, welcome to the world. Matt, welcome to the Real Raw. Thank you so much. Gina, we got somebody to hang out with Matt. Who is it?
We do. And oh my God, Matt, you're going to have to tell him about your son who plays for a pro football team, but we'll get to that later. So that is our next contestant is Mr. Jason Jones. Jason Allen Jones specializes in accounting principles, insurance, risk management, educational law, statutes, education, financial, and purchasing management. He has served as director of the Education Foundation of Neptune and the Midtown Renaissance Corp. He was elected and appointed service at the local, county, and state level. And he is a policy advisor to various business leaders, elected officials, and political candidates. Welcome, Jason.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? Well?
Doing well, Jason. Hey, Jason, you coming from Neptune, New Jersey today?
Yeah, but I'm coming from Neptune, New Jersey, but I'm actually in Louisiana right now. I've been in Louisiana since COVID hit, helping my family work on a special project that I'll mention when we come to our specialty. Again, thank you guys. Again, I am from Neptune, New Jersey. I actually am in work with Santi Rodriguez, who's been with you guys for a while.
Yes, Santi.
Yep, with Cardinal Financial. I've been in the mortgage business for 10 plus years, and I'm excited about it, along with the other things that I've been doing over my lifespan. Since everyone's been stuck home, we've been working more so on the mortgages, and since rates have been wonderful, we've been excited about helping people and putting families in better predicaments.
So Jason, we're going to invite you down and jump in the ocean, but since you're in Louisiana, you can't make it. Maybe next time.
I'll jump in the Gulf.
So,
yeah.
So we got some.
I was going to say, I'm not far from you, Jason, in Rumson. That was all I was going to add, Sean. Yeah.
You ready to come down and jump in the ocean later?
I'm ready. You say the word, and I will get my wetsuit on and come do it.
All right. Amazing. All right. So we got Matt, Jason. We got some judges. Who we got?
Some amazing judges here. We have Lauren Cohen. She's a serial entrepreneur, an international lawyer, realtor, and foreign investor expert. Originally from Toronto, now in South Florida. She's also a best-selling author and a sought-after speaker. She launched her podcast and called Investing Across Borders. She's a 20-year real estate broker and CEO of. Oh no, I think that was sorry. I think that I'm gonna end this part of your bio at the Investing Across Borders podcast. Welcome, Lauren.
Hey, Lauren, how are you?
I am great, and I apologize, but you know the drill. I'm driving home from carpool. It is what it is. So I apologize, but it's a pleasure to be here.
Who's in the carpool with you?
Oh, my son. He wanted to say hi, but now he got shy. A ball hit him in the face during some soccer game, and his mouth is all exploded a little bit. But he's going to help me. He's going to be judging with me, so be prepared. He's tough.
We are. And what's your son's name?
His name is Zevi. and he's 10.
Zebby. And what position does he play in soccer?
So it's just soccer at school, but he's a baseball kid. Just that's what they play at recess at school.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Why are you saying that?
He got in the car and he couldn't talk, but now all of a sudden he can talk. You know how that goes.
Which one of your 442 baseball stories are you going to tell?
I'm going to tell number 300.
Oh, that's good, Sean. I want to hear one.
So we'll come back to that for Zebby in a little bit. But thank you very much. So yes,
Thank you.
we had a lot of fun in the baseball world. So we will share. So yes, thank you, Lauren, for being here. And I hope Zebby's feeling better, who's ready for his judging. And Gina, we got 2 more people that are going to hang out with Zebby and Lauren judging.
We do. Another amazing soul, Nora Lynch. She is a 20-year real estate broker and CEO of Landmark Residential, a boutique real estate firm serving Boston to Nantucket. She is also a Massachusetts-approved real estate instructor, educator, and leadership member in local and state professional standards committee. She has a newly launched podcast, which I know, and Real Estate Relationships is what it's called, currently rebranding to Making Connections with Laura. Okay, Nora, sorry, just caught that part. She is the mom of 2, married 26 years, and she is a dear, dear, amazing, beautiful friend that I also met at the Tony Robbins World. Nora, welcome. So glad you're here.
Hello.
Hey, Nora, how are you?
I'm doing great, Sean. I saw you this morning at 4:50 a.m.
Wow.
Yes, she sent me the video of you.
Nora,
I woke up to the video.
Nora, that's pretty creepy. What the heck were you seeing me at 4:50 in the morning for?
Well, that's probably, I mean, I was up, and I was up. I'm part of the 4:45 club, getting up early lately.
So where were you seeing me at 4:45 in the morning?
Weren't you on with, it was a replay maybe.
No, I'm teasing. Yes.
You were live. Wasn't it live?
Yes, it was. I'm just
Okay, good. So you were crazy just like me, being up that early. Great.
So I was I had the privilege of being on Fox News this morning, and so it was an interesting morning. There were 10,000 comments or something on Facebook, and that was not related to me. That's related to just the intensity of the dynamics that circulate. So craziness.
That is awesome. I woke up to that video, Sean, from Nora. She's texted it to me at whatever time. So it was awesome that I got to see it. So thank you. It was amazing to see you up there, Sean.
Well,
really.
You. And Nora, how about a fun fact? Thank you.
Okay, fun fact. We all got over COVID. That is not so fun, but it's fun that we're all over it. Over December, we all got it, my whole family. But I have 4 chickens, 2 kids. I'm talking about on the computers. My son's graduating.
In that order? The
I know, I was gonna say, right now, the chicken come before the kids, right?
Here's the question, Nora. What's more difficult to deal with, the chickens or the children?
That's a good question. Mostly, I have to admit, my husband mostly deals with the chickens.
I am hearing the children. That is
really a fun fact is I'm a TikTok addict.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
And I've learned so much. I can make the best TikTok egg sandwich. Look it up. Breakfast sandwich.
Is that a thing?
Yes,
Look it up. It's awesome.
All right. So Nora,
It is a thing. I learned on TikTok at 3:00 this morning when I couldn't sleep. I found a way to make lightning bolts light up all over an iPhone screen.
See?
Yep, that's been fun. I've been sending them to the team. Yeah, I'll send it to you, Gina. It's pretty fun.
I'm getting the table soaking wet, by the way, just out of fun curiosity. So Nora, thank you so much for being here. And Gina, we got one more judge.
We do. Cameron O'Kerry. Cameron is a community activist, strives to make the potential greatness of industries, organizations, people, products, events, and experiences a feasible reality. Her past experiences are at companies like Wall Street Journal, SoundCloud, Bumble, Valentino, and she learned from industry experts there. She studied leadership, strategic management, and design at the Olin Business School. She now calls St. Louis home and is invested in seeing not only its small businesses, but also businesses across the country succeed.
Cameron, how are you doing today?
Doing well. Thank you so much for having me, Sean.
Yeah, thank you for being here. And how about a fun fact?
A fun fact, I've had to co-parent a puppy over COVID. And and we both live in different states. So that's an exciting thing, just with training and all kinds of stuff like that.
Amazing. And who is Puffy?
A puppy.
Oh, a puppy. I'm sorry. And how did you co-parent the puppy across the divide? Is the puppy with you, or you were co-parenting?
It's with one of my friends, but definitely tons of Zoom calls and talks with trainers.
That's hysterical.
It is actually. So wonderful. And that's exactly the kind of caretaking for a puppy I would love to do. It is totally different. Yes. So Cameron, welcome to the Real Raw. It is Fun Friday, and we're going to bounce to Gina. We got one more amazing person, Gina.
We do. Of course, she is the sales sorceress. She built a multiple 7-figure real estate company, becoming the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada. She places more women salespeople than anyone else in the country at Align Sales, where she's the CEO. She is the queen role player here at the Real Raw, Bella Verita.
Thank you, Gina.
Bella Verita is in the house. How are you, Bella?
I am extraordinary, Mr. Callaghy. How are you?
I am almost as extraordinary as you are, but not quite.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm hard to beat.
So what's a fun fact, Bella?
My fun fact is today is one time I took a evening trip to Disneyland, rushed there, rode a couple of rides and left. And so today for Fun Friday, I am wearing my Mickey Mouse shirt that reminds me all of the magic that Disneyland has to offer.
Over you, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta love Mickey. So what's on the shirt?
It's this pastel, little Mickey
Silhouettes.
So let's go with this, Bella. What is your favorite ride at Disney World?
I would definitely say either Pirates of the Caribbean or Peter Pan for sure. But I love the castle. I love the castle. The room I stayed in, you could see the castle and it was amazing. I love princess castles because I think someday I should build my own castle.
Yes, castles are fun.
Yeah.
Hello, Rita. Do you not agree, Gina? Castles are
fun. And I think you are going to build your own castle, Bella Verita.
Yes, I think so. I'm into this.
So Gina, you are amazing. We are so thankful for you being here. And how about a fun fact from you?
Oh, okay. I'll stick with Disney. I mean, I remember as a kid, my dad, we used to go away a lot, and I loved going to Disney World, of course. And we went to, what's the fun hotel that looks like it's called the Contemporary. And I mean, when I was a kid, I'm 52, so it was in the 70s, and they had the monorail going through it back in the day. And I was I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. And that is a reverent memory, and it always made me want to go back to Disney World.
I totally am right there with you. I agree. That monorail is awesome that goes through the Contemporary. It's the best. I agree with you. I'm right there.
Very, very cool.
In awe of it. And I couldn't wait to go on. I'm a ride fanatic, so I love all the rides in Disney.
Company trip to Disneyland or Disney World.
Yes.
Yes, here we go. On our way. It's Fun Friday. Gina, thank you. If you want to jump in the ocean later, feel free. We are ready to rock and roll, though, Bella Verita. It is the Real Raw. It is Fun Friday. We are in a wetsuit. Let's do this thing.
Let's do it.
All right. Bye, everyone. Have fun. Thank you.
Bye, Gina. So, Bella?
Yes,
who's
sir.
First?
Let's see. I feel like Jason is just up for taking on the challenge. You look like you're ready to go, Jason.
Jason, are you ready?
I'm going to try it. Let's go.
So Bella's going to be anybody you want her to be. She could be herself. She could be an ideal client, or she could be any specific human being in the world, whoever you want her to be. It's all about what you're going to go from hello to yes about. Let it be a yes that matters to you in the world, though. So who, Jason, would you like Bella to be?
Okay, Bella, in this case, you're going to be a first-time homebuyer.
Okay.
And I'm going to bring you from to a yes, but also educate you along the way a little bit if I can.
Beautiful.
So remember, it's 2 rounds, 3 minutes each round. So you have 6 total minutes. You'll be interrupted halfway in between. And our judges, this is not like Boiler Room meets Wolf of Wall Street. This is heart-centered, integrous influence, the superpower that influences and controls our money, time, and magic, like this invisible force. And of course, knowing what to do with it. So our amazing judges are looking for heart-centered connection, gravitational pull, openness of listening, because the outcome from round 1, as we build rapport, is that do what Oprah said, which is say, I see you, I hear you, and what you say matters to me. So Jason, Bella's a first-time home buyer. She's ready. Let's do it.
Okay, as we do, ring, ring. Hey, Bella. Good evening.
Hi,
How are
Jason. How are you?
you? Good, good. Bella, I hear that you're interested in purchasing your first home. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you so much.
So what interests you? What type of home are you looking to try to get into here?
I am I'm looking to get into like a home that, it's kind of like a kind of home, but kind of an investment property because I travel quite a bit. And so I would love to be in an area and a home where, I could live in it when I'm there, but that is Airbnb-able because I know there's a lot of restrictions on some areas of where you can Airbnb, where you can't. So I would like to Airbnb when I'm not home.
Sure, sure. So this won't be your primary home then?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. All right. Because there's different programs if it was going to be your primary. Do you think it'll be like 50% of the time primary? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I would say like 50.
Okay. What we'll do is I'll take a look at both ways. That way you can obviously benefit from the interest rates, also benefit from any programs that may be out there that that you may qualify for in order to make this purchase proper for you and your family's lifestyle. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, that sounds fair. It will still be my first home. But I travel quite a bit. I'm also somewhat nomadic. And so I love to be on the road and go spend like a month here and a month there. So
totally understandable.
Yeah.
Well, real quick, Bella, about myself. I've been in this game for about 15 years. I've received a lot of training. I've worked hard to assist families that may be losing their homes to families that are starting off just like yourself. In this case, now the market is so great as far as interest rates. And we're just trying to ensure that people are able to utilize those funds to put those monies to other good purposes that they have. Is there any questions that you may have of our company? Again, it's Cardinal Financial, and I can send you our website information. I can send you other information, but I really just wanted to use this time to find out what your end goal was, so that when I put together a presentation for you, you're able to actually share it with your significant other, so that you guys can make the proper the proper fit for your family.
yeah, definitely. Well, I'm interested, in hearing about if there's other folks that you have like kind of helped in this situation where it's like kind of their home, but kind of, an Airbnb, and just, what some of the kind of stories of that. Yeah, I've got to run right now, but I definitely like that. I've got to take a quick call, and then I'll call you right back. But yeah, I want to see kind of what your experience is and how real this is for me.
I can, if I can have your number, I can reach back out to you.
Yeah, I'll call you back in just a minute. Just give me a second. I'll call you right back.
That'd be more than fine. Thank you so much, Bella.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Jason, next at work, how'd that feel for you, Jason?
It feels great. Bella's an excellent client.
Yes, Bella's a rock star. Bella, how'd that feel for you?
Amazing. Great. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
So which way are we going now, Bella?
Well, I think we're going to go with Matt.
Matt, are you ready?
As ready as I think I'm going to be.
So who would you like Bella to be, Matt?
Well, I guess I'll go with one of my ideal clients, which would be divorced with children.
Nice.
Got it.
And Matt and Jason, thank you so much for your courage and vulnerability and being here today and rocking it the Real Raw. Matt, Bella's ready. Please take us in.
Awesome. Hi, Bella. How are you today?
I'm extraordinary. How about yourself?
I am super happy. How happy are you?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm a 12.
You're a 12. That's amazing.
Yes.
Typically for someone who's divorced with kids, I don't hear that often. I love to hear that because that's my passion, is having people live in that place genuinely, authentically all the time.
Yep.
How consistent are you in being that happy?
I am pretty consistent. I have my moments like most women do. Or all people do, quite frankly. I have my moments, but I would say, as far as, if you were to ask people, to describe me, I think they would all pretty much say like, she's happy, she's bubbly. It's not too often that I let other emotions take over.
That's awesome.
So, I have punched a wall once, but that's, that was just one time.
So with that though, when you're that bubbly all the time, where do you go when you have hard times? Who do you go to? Who's the bubbly person go to?
I mean, I don't know that anybody is as bubbly as me. When I have hard times, I like to journal a lot, and I've got a really great like support system. I've got a lot of friends, a lot of really great girlfriends. I'm super blessed that my mom is still around, and she's pretty much my go-to for all things, in any moment, because moms always love you no matter what you do. And so I would say my mom's are really great. I got 2 sisters. I've got extraordinary best friends, like extraordinary best friends. So I think it depends on where on the spectrum of the deep end I've gone off. Depends on which friend I call, because some friends are more conservative than others. So
that's amazing, because and you're very fortunate and blessed to have that kind of support system, and of course to still have your mom around. Does your mom live close to you?
My mom is going to be moving here. She is in Las Vegas right now, and she's going to be moving back to Texas next month.
Very cool. Very cool. And how's your relationship with your former spouse?
Let's go with interesting.
Yeah, we always say it's complicated, right?
Yes. Yes. Let's go.
Is he super creative on being interesting?
Oh, yes, he is definitely creative.
To put that another way, is he super creative at being a narcissist?
Yes, most definitely 100%. Can you hold on a minute? I've got to take a quick call and I'll be right back.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, excellent. Bella, going off the deep end, Matt, how was that for you?
That was it was pretty good.
Awesome. Bella, how'd that feel for you?
That was fun. I felt like it was just getting juicy.
Amazing. Do we have Zebby and Lauren ready to go?
Thank you. Zebby's pulling in the groceries.
Okay, amazing. So we're gonna go 30 seconds of feedback first for Jason, then we'll get to Matt. 15 seconds on what worked, 15 seconds on what could be optimized, and then score on a scale of 1 to 10. So Lauren, what do you got?
So for Jason, I felt like I didn't. Sorry, Jason, I have to be honest. I didn't feel the sincerity. I felt like it was kind of more about you than about Bella, and maybe that was just my take on it. When we're sharing our information, it especially in this market, it's really got to be like that. I wasn't quite getting the sense that you understood what her goals were enough. So
and your score is
7.
Nice. And how about for Matt, Lauren?
Matt, definitely a little more sensitive about what she's going through as a divorced mom of 2, and asking the questions about the spouse and her support system, and basically asking all the right questions for somebody that's either going through or has just recently been divorced, and figuring out how that looks and how he can serve her. So I would give him an 8.
Nice. Excellent job. Nora, what do you have, please, for Jason?
So I actually really liked Jason, and in terms of establishing rapport, it's a tough position to start asking people what they want, what they can afford. I mean, I guess this is all new to me too for judging. So I felt there was connection there as he's trying to learn about Bella and understand what her wants and needs are. Now, what was interesting is that I don't know if Jason, you were more thinking that she was a first-time home buyer, but this is really a different type of property. So I don't know if that threw you off too.
And your score is
7.
And how about for Matt?
Matt, there was definitely more, it felt like more relational in terms of understand where she was at, but I was trying to think what was Matt trying to get to? I just was, definitely more rapport there as far as, asking about where she was, but then Bella was talking a lot too. So he let her talk a lot and go on. And I just didn't know how he was going to wrap it in or, kind of land the plane.
And your score is
7 also.
Nice. Excellent feedback. All right. Cameron, what do you got for Jason?
Amazing. So Jason, I think the first thing was it sounded really monotone, and I think that's why also people were struggling to emotionally connect within. And then I feel like within that monotone, how you were talking then allowed people to not really establish a sense of credibility and trust. I knew at some point you threw in the 15 years, but it was almost something where it was too late. And I feel like the objective within the conversation was kind of lost. So for us to have something where even though we're asking all these questions, you're really the one that's in charge and steering the conversation, I think would have been better.
Nice. Excellent. Oh,
And your score is?
I almost
5. Thank you.
And for Matt, Cameron.
For Matt, I think the beginning with the how happy are you? I would just change that just because we're in such a world where it's very hard to kind of navigate where people are going. And I think also even on the other side, assumption with Jason that this person had a significant other, I think those assumptions kind of throw people off, and either they're great things or they're things that can really deter the conversation. And then you talked a lot about my passion is instead of actually talking about things that then would just represent that passion. And I think just being able to convey those things by showing them instead of just stating them would be better. And also score a 5.
Nice. All right. Thank you, Cameron. We are ready for round 2. Bill Verita, you want my fun fact for today?
What is your fun fact today, Mr. Callaghan?
Upon going in the ocean, Tyler was filming. We did a little 20 unblinded video.
Uh-huh.
And somebody started filming the video of me going to the ocean. A woman was like, and I was like, this woman was like, what is he doing?
Because you're nuts. That's why. Because nobody else is going in the ocean in the middle of January on the East Coast in New York or New Jersey. No one else is doing that but you.
Yeah, you were saying East Coast. I was going to be like, well,
I know. And then I had to go up because Florida, they're definitely getting in.
Yeah. So it was quite a humorous, fun moment. So
did you get Tyler to go in?
He's going to go in tomorrow. So we are definitely going to go into the sandbar. And I made it out to the sandbar though today, actually, in the chilliness, and we might have a little video getting cut up. So
the sandbar didn't disappear on you, is what I'm hearing. You didn't like keep swimming and be like, oh, it's gone.
Yes, that may or may not have happened to Bella in Long Beach Island when she was paddling out in massive surf for us to go surfing, and the sandbar may have disappeared at some point. But I will tell you this, as Bella was going out and she's like, and the waves like crashing and like we're getting like pushed back in the whitewash, heading out to the sandbar. Bella, I'm like, Bella, you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm fine. And you did an amazing job, Bella.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. So let's go. Matt, are you ready for round 2?
You are on mute, my friend.
There we go.
There you go.
Sure.
Bella's
right,
back.
do this.
Please, Matt. Yep.
Outstanding. Bella, you're back.
Yes. Sorry about that.
Awesome.
I had to take a quick call.
Are you still amazing, outstanding, and incredible? It wasn't.
Yes. Fortunately, that wasn't my narcissistic ex-husband.
Fantastic. So I got to know a little bit about you there. I'd love to tell you just a little about me and my background and kind of where I came from and what my passion is. When I said that originally is to tie that back up for you, as far as my passion is helping people after their divorce really recover from their divorce. So it sounds like you're really well on your way. You got the support system, but I help with the full, I think relationships is what life is all about. And that's a relationship with your money, your career, your finances, your significant other, your former significant other, and of course your children and friends and family. And then of course, ultimately, really what it comes down to is that relationship with yourself.
Yeah.
And owning that authentic, that happiness that you have, that you cultivated so well, obviously, and you've done a lot of work there. Yeah. And to own that happiness that you can really live in your flow. And, we talk about that mojo, right, for guys, and it seems like, so I call it flojo for women.
Yeah. Will it be like being at Disneyland every day? The magic at Disneyland?
I'll tell you what, it feels like being at Disneyland every day. And I wish I had it, but I am a huge Mickey Mouse person. So when you talk about Disneyland, it's crazy. That's how I save my seat when I go to self-help seminars and stuff. It's Mickey Mouse and they know it's Matt. So,
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And, so just a little bit, I learned through the School of Hard Knocks. I've done platinum partner training with Tony Robbins and all these other things that just made me come together to realize when I was doing this work as a divorce attorney, and just something pulled on my heart to say people needed help really after they're divorced to put
Yeah.
stuff back together, because it's fine, you're there. It's like, okay, you're divorced, so what? What now?
Yeah.
And it's like I said, it sounds like you're great and you're doing great with a support system. I'd love to see if there's an opportunity to help and assist you get even further, maybe faster, in all those different areas, and really work on this FloJo so that it is being like Disneyland, as I say, AFT, which we learned from Tony Robbins, is all the freaking time.
I like it. Let's go to Disneyland, Matt.
And what I'd love to do is just really have a follow-up opportunity to sit down, talk to you, kind of lay out. I have a map that I've developed that has keys in it that open up the treasures to what your heart desires. And I would love to just have a conversation and we'll pursue it. And really, it's a no obligation. I don't do a hard sell. Sometimes I'm my own worst enemy, because when people say it's not a fit, I let them off the hook sometimes too easy. But I will.
Yeah, no, I would definitely. I got to run, but definitely let's set up another time to talk.
Outstanding. Thanks,
Thanks,
you so
Matt.
much.
Right. Matt, excellent
Sean,
job.
I'm going back to Disneyland.
Woo!
Bella's on her way. And what ride will you go on in Disneyland this time?
I think the first one might have. You know what I didn't get to do was the Haunted Mansion. No, wait, I did that one. That was not the one. There was one that was shut down when I was there. I can't remember which one it was, but there was one that I didn't get to go on. I can't remember which one it was because it was like already closed by the time I got there.
All right, excellent stuff. And let's go, Jason. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, take us in. Bella's back.
Hey, Bella. Good afternoon again. How are you?
I'm amazing. How about yourself?
I know you are. Listen, Bella, real quick, I want to thank you for the conversation we had earlier. It really helped me to understand exactly what you were looking to do. Initially, I thought you were looking for a first-time homebuyer project, but I understand now you're looking for more of an investment type as far as the Airbnb piece. What I did do was I gathered
definitely kind of hybrid model for sure.
Of course. And what I did do, I added some, gathered some information for you. I'll be willing to send you an email at the end of our conversation. So therefore you can look at two options that we have for you as far as rates, term, and what fits your budget now for this project. Just
now, let me ask a question. How does it work between like, you know, if I just do a like first time home buyer, or if it's like an investment, and plus like, how does that all work? And what's the best route for me to go?
Right. Thanks for that. It's really two different roads you're going to go down. A first-time home project would be something that you're staying in 100% of the time, and therefore, you know, you'd get a cheaper a down payment or a lower down payment on it.
That sounds terrible. Staying in one home for all of the time. That just sounds awful.
It's okay. You can stay there for a little while, and then what we could do is we can go on your path to owning hundreds of thousands of homes. That's your end goal, and rent them out.
Let's do that, Jason. I'm on that path.
But my goal is to be your guide as far as anything to do with residential leasing, owning, or renting out. So I would love to take you down that road and see how far we can go.
All right, sounds great.
Thank you. Give it some time back.
Jason, nice work, my friend. How'd that feel for you?
It felt good. It's a little bit better knowing, you know, the second phone call with the client or with the prospective client, because the client, you know, gave you good information. You could take it back and come back with a better presentation to be able to present them the right way.
Nice. All right, Bella.
Are you just trying to make us all jealous, Sean? Like it's all sit here and like look at the waves crashing in. Like what's going on over here? I thought you liked us.
I'm sharing the love and the energy. Come on now.
Oh,
okay. Come on now. So how is that round for you, Bella?
Great.
Nice. All right, let's see what the judges have. Cameron, we're going to go reverse order. Cameron, what do you have for Matt, please?
I think the first thing, Matt, is that we may need to just stray away from the cheesy analogies, talking about things like the treasure chest. I know you mentioned multiple times Tony Robbins, but we're not under the impression that Bella even knows who that is. So if it's someone who's outside of the self-help industry, it may not be something where it's the same credible example. And then at the end, you started throwing in different things like hard sell. It sounded at first like a conversation with a friend, and then people I feel like would get confused. Do we need to pay money for this? What's going on? How do we make an easier transition just from friendly introduction to here's what I need to sell?
All right. And?
Your score is?
Oh, a score of 6.
Nice. Cameron's hardcore. This is like the Simon Cowell of today's show.
You guys didn't know what you were getting with me today, but I'm here to help.
Seriously, thank you for courage and truth. Like lean it in. That's awesome. So Cameron, what do you have for Jason?
And then Jason, I thought this one was much better also just because you only used the time that you really needed to use. I think you should kind of add in more tangible examples, like asking people questions about the money, other things as soon as they have then said that they're interested. What are the things that you actually need to tell them? Because those things will actually establish credibility. And I think going back with the first time home buyers, clarifying what's the actual information that you need for that. Is it something where it's going to change the fee structure? What are the things that they actually need to know? Because I think they may not even know that typical real estate, terminology and get confused on that. Can you not help me? Because, I'm not clarifying my term, defining myself as the first time home buyer, something like that.
Nice.
And your score is?
Oh, and my score is 7.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cameron. Nora, what do you got for Matt?
Okay, what I got for Matt is I love the back and forth, and it felt really like a comfortable conversation. But I'm looking at it as, what is it that you're, I hate to say selling, but what is it that you're offering? Are you offering coaching? Are you offering a one-time consultant fee? And I also think, since Bella is so happy and just jazzed about being divorced, she has friends that, like kind of even go that way, because she might not be your ideal client because she seems so, going to Disney World. But so that's kind of where I'm thinking is, and to me, I always kind of like, okay, what is it that what's your offer? I know that this is probably going to another call, but I still, as somebody, that's what I want to know a little bit more before.
And your score is?
Another 7. I'm going to give it a 7. I'm a 7 kind of person.
Nice. And for Jason.
So for Jason, okay, can't help it that I'm in real estate, but I would want to see different options. So I'm kind of going to more specific, like, well, would you be interested in, hey, how about a 2-family where you can actually rent the bottom and then have the top, and you can maybe do things.
That would be smart.
What town is she in? Do they have restrictions on doing Airbnb? Because, that's a specific thing, even with towns, that you can or cannot do it. And even if she were going to wait for a month, it could maybe still be her primary residence. And then she just goes away and rents it out for a little bit, but just knowing that. And going through what she's going to have to get for all of her, get her prepared for everything that she needs: pay stubs, bank, don't get any big purchases, don't buy a car. Right?
And your score is?
My score would be another 7.
Nice. Thank you so much for that. Hey, Jason, can we usually do a little bit of a role play or self here at Unblinded. Would it be okay if I stepped in and was you for just a couple minutes here?
Sure. Thank you for that.
Yeah. And how about, would you mind being Bella as the first time home buyer?
Okay, cool.
Sound good?
Yes, sir.
All right. So here we go. So it's going to be compressed down into 3 minutes instead of 6. So I'll take a couple quick facts from before and lean in. So, Bella, again, thanks so much for taking the call. I know you have a lot of different options and people that you're working with. So can I ask you this question? I know you haven't owned a home before. How's this whole process going for you? There's like COVID and lots of things happening. And by the way, you have such a great energy about you. Like, how do you keep that great attitude, and how are things going for you?
Well, it's been kind of hard because of COVID and not being able to look at homes and get ideas the way I thought it would be. It really hasn't been as successful. Just a lot of online shopping or talking to agents on the phone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's been the most challenging part of the process for you so far?
It's just been very hard. Just, I guess, speaking to people or just getting a flavor on where I should go, which way I should be. Reading a lot of internet articles, watching a lot of YouTube videos, just trying to get an understanding on how this process works, talking to friends.
Yeah. Like a lot of folks never make the decision to buy a home, and you mentioned you have a nomadic lifestyle. Like, what's there for you to make this decision to actually buy a home?
It's really finally want to, settle down, have dig somewhere, have that picket fence, if you will.
Oh, that's absolutely awesome. And do you plan to keep up like your nomadic lifestyle? It seems dynamic. I know you do a lot of speaking, coaching, training. You got that real raw thing. Do you plan on keeping all that going, like as you settle down a little bit, or how does that all fit together?
Yeah, I'm not going to give that up. I have to, continue to be adventurous as possible. My friends, that's something that we all have been doing since college days.
No, very, very cool. So would it be okay, I know we only have about a minute to go, to share a little bit about this process, to give you a little clarity? So I know you're saying there's some uncertainty. Would that be okay?
Please do, yes.
Yeah. So listen, this comes down to a couple simple things. And in a lengthier conversation, which is what I'm going to request and see if we're aligned about, we could share those distinctions. But most importantly, there's special programs if you're a first-time home buyer. But most people know about those things. The real question is going to be how hard somebody's going to work, how deep is the connection, who you want to be like hanging out and seeing houses with, and what the energy is between you and the person that's going to be working with you as a buyer, right? Because obviously a lot of real estate folks like to work with buyers, sellers, get as many people they're working with. And then the question becomes like, how hard do people work? I have references to share with you that will blow your mind. And my commitment to you is that I want to be your realtor for life. That's how I learned this business. That's how I'm accelerating this business. And I am fully present to the fact that acceleration is what it's all about. And the mortgage side, like what I bring in this process, as the person to do your mortgage, is I am going to clearly make sure the process is as seamless as possible. You get all the approvals, everything that's going on in real time, because my job is to make that as seamless and fun as possible to get you in maybe the home of your dreams, maybe not, but certainly the white picket fence. So how does that sound for you, Bella?
Sounds perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, excellent. Okay. Bella, how would that have felt with you? Real Bella.
That would have been amazing. Everything except for the white picket fence.
Well, that was what Jason was saying. Jason, how'd that feel for you?
No, it was great. It was great. Thank you.
All right, awesome. So let's bounce to Lauren. What do you have for Matt?
Yeah, I thought I feel like I'm Nora on like a duplicate of Nora. It was definitely an improvement, but I wasn't really excited about the treasure chest. Just sounds like that's a line, and you were going along the path of developing a relationship, which is critical. But then that kind of took away from it. So just stay on the path and stick with what you do, and don't bring in the cheese. I would suggest don't bring in the cheesy lines, because it just makes it feel like it's cookie cutter. So I would give you probably still around a 7.
Okay, and what'd you have for Jason?
Jason, kind of along the same lines again, and I agree with Carmen, because some of the terminology was a little confusing, and we can't, as real people in the real estate industry, and as a lawyer and realtor and all of that, some people just get kind of lost. And and also about the Airbnb, definitely super critical because of all the regulations. That would have been kind of, you want to do an Airbnb, well, we have to make sure it qualifies. I'm in Florida, so certainly I'm dealing with that like a lot. I would probably give you a 7.5.
Nice. So Lauren, thank you very much. Excellent work. And how was your day today on The Real Raw?
It was great. Thank you for having me. I apologize that I'm not fully 1,000% present, but the next time when it's during the day, I'll be not be in between tasks. And Sean, it's a pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you and from a lot of people, so it's great to meet you.
It's an honor. Thank you for being here, Lauren. And tell Zebby, we hope he's feeling better. How's he doing now?
He's out actually hitting the ball, so he's feeling better.
Yes.
Thank you.
And what Belle was referring to before is I was a 4-year starter at Columbia University, Division I college player, and was on my way to go getting drafted. And I started having my first issues with my eyes, which I'm now blind, as many of you also may not know. So I had the unique privilege of playing in Yankee Stadium. I played in Met Stadium, Old Chase Stadium, and tryouts, major professional tryouts and other, collegiate all-star games. And it was a lot of fun. So with Zebby, total amazingness with the journey.
Thank you.
Yeah, all of it. And
point, maybe if you would, I would love for him to be inspired. I, through Clubhouse, found somebody that's going up the ranks of the Dodgers, which is his favorite team. And he spoke to him the other day, sent him some hitting strategies and He's a pitcher. He loves it. But, you know, I just think people that have kind of been in that route could really inspire him. He needs a little bit of like, you know, so.
Yeah, be happy to. And just in like this moment, what I would share quickly is the baseball is so different. And I played baseball, football, and wrestled in high school. And I, could have played at the next level in at least football, as well as recruited, in both. And baseball is such a refined skill sport that it's so difficult to maintain our self-mastery, our focus, our state. And the person that masters that dynamic of being patient with themselves. My junior year, I was in the top 10 hitters Division I in the country. And I had one game with 9 games to go in the season. I had a chance to win a national batting championship as a junior.
Wow.
And I had a game, I hit the ball hard every time. I hit it at people and, went over the game, meaning no hits. And I had a great game. I had great at bats. At baseballs, sometimes you hit the ball at people. And I just got, in my head, I would start changing things. And I had a really rough time the last 8 games of the season. And I could tell a zillion stories personally, a zillion stories about other people. So baseball is a game of self-mastery. 1, 2. Second part is just go to batting cages and continuously play games. Like move up in the batting cage, up in the batting cage, up in the batting cage to keep increasing hand speed and playing games. How many line drives do you hit as you move closer and closer and closer to the machine, increasing speed? Those 2 things will create some magical dynamics. So, and if you ever talk
because I would like a copy of this recording. I'm hoping this is recorded because I'd like to play this back for him.
Yeah, it's all over Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And we'll get it to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nora, how was today for you on The Real Raw?
Today was great. It just tells you it always is fun to get up early in the morning. You never know who you're going to see at 5 o'clock in the morning. And and I really appreciate this. And I've seen this before. And a shout out to D1. My daughter is a recruit for soccer. I can't wait for next year and seeing her play D1 soccer. And so I thank you very much for having me on here. And Cameron, thanks for being it's great to see Patty and get you on here too. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
beautiful. And where does your daughter play in high school right now?
She's at Lawrence Academy. It's a private prep school and in Massachusetts, and she's going to UNC Asheville. So I'm really excited about going down to North Carolina.
Big time. Well, congratulations on that, Nora.
Yeah, thanks.
Awesome. Thank you. Cameron, how was your day on Fun Friday on The Real Raw?
It was amazing. Thank you so much for having me, Sean.
Yeah.
I think we've all just learned so much being here, whether it's as a judge, a contestant, or even role player. Thank you again for having me.
Thank you. Did you enjoy channeling your inner Simon Cowell?
Loved it.
Awesome job. Jason, thanks for being here today, brother. Really, really nice job. Thanks, Santi, for you being here today. And how was it for you?
It was excellent, Sean. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything you guys are doing, and I hope to be a part of it as it continues to grow. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Matt, from the wonderful world of Platinum Brother, thank you so much for being here on this Fun Friday. And what say you as we get ready to take this thing home?
Well, that was outstanding, and I love being a part of Fun Friday because I'm all about having fun. So this was a great one to be on, and I'm just humbled and honored to be asked to participate. So I really appreciate it, Sean.
No, thank you. And you know what? What's your favorite ride at Disney World? Because we're all going to go, and we're going to hang out at some point. So what ride at Disney?
So at Disney, the Space Mountain ride, but when they play Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Nice.
Ooh, I want to do that.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing.
Very specific.
Yes.
Yes. Loving it. Matt, excellent. Bella Verita. Yes. Okay.
Uh-oh.
With The Real Raw coming up in 10 minutes, by the way.
There's a crazy dude in the ocean.
Well, I'm speculating
that?
Well, Ty, we are missing the Tony Robbins financial trip in person in Idaho. How cold was that river that night, Ty?
40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say that this was as cold, about. So yes, it is about the same time of the year. We've got a quick wake up. And are you ready for tomorrow, Ty?
I am ready.
All right, because we are all blind and starting to see. Thanks.
I think you're actually out of breath.
It was cold, Bella. It was
It
freezing.
takes your breath away.
So I will tell you this, that other fun fact is I've been in a lot of cold water, including behind Tony's house in Idaho. It was probably the coldest water I've ever been in my life, and the river that's back there. And today, I've never had an ice headache being in the water. I had a frontal ice headache when I body surfed that wave. It was unreal how cold it was. So that is another fun fact for today. So Bella, how was today for you? And what do you have for us in Final?
Today was amazing, and I'm just thanking God that I am not in New Jersey right now, because I know somehow I would have been influenced from Hello to Yes to go into the ocean. And based on how you just described it, like, it does not sound like it's fun. So
warm. It was beautiful. It was lovely.
Yeah, I'm not buying that now, my friend. Sorry. So yes, final is every Monday night is we have a what is Unblinded and what is the Real Raw. And so if you've not been to one of our Monday night summits, I definitely invite you to come back. Sometimes we have like amazing guest speakers. We've had like Michael Burnett. We've had Brittany Turner, who owned her own island. And, you know, Sean does these like little business interventions, and like shows people how they can like accelerate their business to have more money and less time with more magic. So I definitely invite you to come back on Monday night. And then someone from the team will also follow up with you after the Real Raw to see how we can support and serve you in your business with some sort of alignment and or strategy call. So we'll be on the lookout for that.
Well, thanks, Bella. You did a fantastic job as always. Because Bella, this is all about like more money in less time with more magic. Sounds hyperbolic, sounds like magic, which it is, but it's actually an advanced science. That's what it looks like. And Bella, you were fantastic again today. I am heartbroken that you wouldn't want to be in New Jersey today with this incredibly beautiful weather and warm ocean waters, but I understand. Because you know what, Bella? Maybe, just maybe, you're blind too, because we're all blind.
And just learning to see.